A few days after Sony Online's big, I mean huge, EverQuest Next reveal, it's time to see what this PC exclusive has to offer. In fact, this isn't one, but two games, since before EverQuest Next itself, we'll actually get the free-to-play EverQuest Next Landmark, but more on that later. EverQuest Next is one of the boldest MMORPGs ever, and not only due to its revolutionary features, but also because it's a reboot. It's a reimagining of the EverQuest universe, of the characters, lore, and environments. Risking change in such an established franchise? You've got balls, Sony. You've got balls. But anyway, let's see what else there is.
FreeMMOStation.com.
First of all, don't worry. EverQuest Next is still set in Norath, and some popular regions are part of the game. Lavastorm, Ferrot, and more. Visually, the game seems to be a mix of standard fantasy look, as seen in other games such as Guild Wars 2, with cartoonish characters, but the two parts blend incredibly well, and the result is astonishing, and colorful enough, but never to the point of looking childish. Watch the day and night cycle, and you'll understand just how stunning the game is shaping up to be. Character movement is extremely fluid, even if the controls seem a bit arcadey with some automatic jumping over obstacles, but you can also jump at your own will. EverQuest Next features multi-classing, with over 40 distinct classes to progressively unlock with unique abilities and weapon skills to master, along with the option to mix and match abilities from each class, resulting in truly unique characters. There's even a clever way of distinguishing the character's classes from subtle hints, things such as a way the character stands or how he holds his weapon. As for races revealed so far, we have the Dwarf, Human, Ogre, Elf, Dark Elf, and Quran. The reveal focused only on 2 classes of the final 8, but we now know a few. Rogue, Warrior, Tempest, Blade Master, and Wizard. Now for a revolution. Destructibility. Sony claims, and even showed a few examples of the destruction level and the player's ability to manipulate almost the entire game world. Thanks to the use of voxels. Things like raising a huge castle or using combat abilities to make holes in the ground, collapsing bridges to stop enemies from approaching, and so on. We're extremely excited to see how this works in the seamless game world of EverQuest Next, but we remain very cautious and a few doubts about the alleged fully destructible environment. But let's go back to EverQuest Next, Landmark, the starting point of the new adventure that is scheduled for the end of 2013. Already dubbed by some as a construction and exploration game like Minecraft, it's a social MMO in the developer's own words. Players will interact and experience the work of others and explore this huge community that they are building solo or with friends. Of all the different continents, only one will force you to keep in tone with Norath, while everywhere else you can choose other themes such as horror or modern day. It's up to you. Of course, you'll need to gather or trade materials before you can build anything, but best of all, you can even earn royalties in case an item you created is used in something that is sold in the player studio. There's the option to reveal constructions and subscribe to your favorite builders. But do not fear, there will always be adventuring in Landmark. So, Landmark is pretty much a way of getting players involved in the game world, giving them the tools to build structures that may end up included in EverQuest Next. But now for some bad news. The character you create in Landmark won't be transferred to EverQuest Next. But oh well, we can't have it all, I guess. So what else? Emergent AI, as Sony calls it, is an artificial intelligence that is unscripted, and it gives the creatures of Norath desires and motivations that shape their behavior in realistic and unpredictable ways. So here's one example. Orcs that decide to attack you because they are motivated by taking your gold, not just because you happen to wander into their attack radius. In battle, creatures are supposed to combine their efforts and adapt to our fighting strategy, something that we've heard so many times but rarely actually see in convincing ways. So let's hope they get it right. The Sandbox World of EverQuest Next is in constant and permanent change, with all the characters seeking out adventure in an ever-changing world that remembers your choices and actions. With everything that is going on, and all the destruction, players that come late to the party may not even see how Norath looked at first. Each server evolving in a different way and direction, and will be in a different state. Unless Sony decides to launch a new server with a clean and brand new Norath. You may be experiencing a very different world and something that sounds very appealing. I mean, you can help shape it and destroy it. Something that other MMOs haven't been able to even think of. Not even capable of doing in the slightest. However, there are some possible shortcomings. What can we fear in such an ambitious game? For starters, we have to experience the AI to see if it's up to its promises. It just sounds too good to be true, honestly. As far as destructibility goes, will we find ourselves frustrated by some specific buildings or objects that could be destroyed, but for some weird reason or bug just won't? And we are also a bit scared at how Landmark may turn out to be just a tool for greedy players to just build and farm, hoping to get some items sold and thus collecting the royalties. Finally, no news yet on the character creation for EverQuest Next, which we hope is just up to par with the games coming out like Aeon or even Dragon's Prophet. It's crazy just how ambitious and massive EverQuest Next looks. It's even 2 games in 1, guys. Although we still have plenty of questions and most of its killer features have to be seen and played to be believed. It's hard not to see it's the future of MMOs, honestly, with all that they say they're going to do. The game even looks really good and happily balances casual with hardcore. It's a bit like ArcAge, so Sony seems to have mastered all the major milestones so far. This is without a shadow of a doubt the most anticipated MMORPG of recent years, and if it works out as it should, it'll just simply crush the competition. Landmark will be free to play, so hopefully EverQuest Next will be too. I hope you enjoyed our feature. While there's a lot more to say about EverQuest Next, we tried to give you an overview on what makes this game so special. Please give us a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more features like this one on other games. I'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Goodbye.